tell me you have no information about my past, General.
Son, the day I recruited you, I didn't ask for your resume. I've always hired my boys based on their skills, and you were a cut above.
What about Jones?
You always appreciated her discretion. Hey, she's invited too. Maybe she'll know something.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to 13. Yeah, last time we defeated the final boss. It looks like Walter Sheridan did win. Oh, hey FBI guy. Did win. Ooh, look at that moon. Look at that moon. Did win the presidential elections. It's great, and now it's time to celebrate.
As a matter of fact, here he is. Jason Fly, our national hero.
It's a great honor.
Now take a look at that. By the way, the two marketing ladies are here as well. And no, you can't. Wait, can I shove this guy here? Looked like I could. No, I can't. Now look at those two-dimensional sweets. Aren't they delicious?
How do you like my new uniform? Well?
Baby, you are smoking.
I know. What did you do? Lose your razor?
And you're funny, too.
I know.
Not interested, huh?
Carrington is anxious to speak with you. Go see him. After that, I've got a few words for you myself.
Yep, here's Mr. Purple. He's wearing a lot of very purple stuff. Can't go through here. And here we go. Colonel Amos is invited as well.
Ah, there he is. Hey, where's your tuxedo?
Hello, Fly. Finally we meet under better circumstances.
Let's go to the front of the boat, everybody!
Yep, it's fireworks, and those guys just drew their sidearms, which of course brought to the party. Hello there, Tony Stark. Tony Stark's invited as well. Why wouldn't he? That looks pretty.
Where'd Wally go? He's got to see this.
Yep. Here are the marketing ladies. I like that she's just sitting on the floor.
Spectacular!
Well, after that crisis, she deserves it.
I've seen better. Get down! I can't see a thing!
She's already down.
Wow!
Damn, that's some...
This is awesome!
Wow, did they just bury like a ton of fireworks there and just lit them all on fire at once? That's what it looks like, really. So there's Wally. But before we talk with him, let's talk with these folks here. Or maybe not. Look at that. Box of champagne or firework, maybe. And here's Echo. Of course. Doesn't this look slightly familiar?
I'm begging you, why? Give me back my son!
We had a deal, Kim. You had a chance to get rid of 13. Why didn't you?
Kim? 13? What's going on here? What is going on here?
This is the mongoose. I repeat, this is the mongoose. Number 1, do you copy?
Number 1 here. I copy loud and clear.
Can you see him? Who's number 1? Tell me, quick!
Oh no, it was Walter Sheridan all
Are the
along.
fireworks not to your liking, Mr. Fly?
That's all we get. Cliffhanger ending. And then Comic Sans credits. Now, this is overall a pretty good game, I would say. It does have some weaknesses, notably that it's a console port. The checkpoint system isn't good because you still have to save manual, otherwise you lose all your progress. And nice screensaver fireworks there. You also have to occasionally you have to redo quite a lot of stuff if you fail a checkpoint. That's not the best placement, but the graphics still look good. Sounds pretty good. The story is, I would say it's above average for a video game. I mean, the comic came out in the 80s, so maybe the stuff wasn't as overused then, but it does feel a little bit dated at this point. It's a pretty generic plot, depending on how you look at it. And they never made a sequel to this game. They did release a 13, I think a mobile game or some sort of hidden object adventure, something along those lines, but it's just another game based on the Belgian comic book series. But it's not a sequel, so this game never got a sequel. It's unlikely that we'll get one. Then again, in the age of Kickstarter, maybe it will, but I think it's unlikely. I wouldn't cross my fingers. But should there be a Kickstarter or anything, I'd support it. There's also a TV series, a French-Canadian TV series based on this, and that was in turn based on a miniseries which also told essentially the story of the first 5. I think it's the first 5 or 6 issues of the comic book series. There's more now. I think the total number of issues by the original author is maybe 12 to 15, and there's a couple more. There's another spin-off issue on the Mongoose, a couple other ones as well, and a new series released relatively recently. Yeah, I would recommend this game. It still looks pretty good that's some very upbeat music. It still looks pretty good in a high resolution. Also like this jumping font for Sebastien this attest there, and it has aged relatively well compared to a couple of other shooters from its age, because you do have the stealth. It can on occasion be annoying, but overall it's not too bad. I think it does add some freshness, and it's not too frustrating. There's 1 or 2 sections where you have to repeat quite a lot of stuff if you do indeed fail, but overall it's not too bad, and the game still allows you to do a fair amount of run and gun. The weapons aren't too exciting. It's essentially your standard stuff. The armor and health mechanic is old-fashioned, but that's not a bad thing. And regenerating health here. And the game does have some stealth weapons such as the crossbow and the throwing knives. I like those. Yeah, one thing I noticed, you can also check that in the menu, I never got the dual wield skill for some reason. I thought you'd get that automatically, but for some reason I didn't. Which is kind of interesting. I didn't know you had to unlock that. I thought you'd just get all skills automatically, but evidently I was wrong. Oh well. So if you like shooters, and if you like cel-shaded games, which I do like, play XIII or play this game. And I think they had hope for a little more success for this game, but I think the reception was mixed to positive, because I do know that a lot of people don't like the checkpoints, and that the game doesn't bring all that much new stuff to the table. But I think it's due to the story. It's a kind of fresh. It's not the most original story, like the amnesic protagonist and the conspiracy and everything, but I think it's fun. I kind of dig that stuff. I like amnesia protagonists. And there's also the issue of this being a video game, and in a video game I'm more forgiving about the story. If I read a novel, I'm not, because the story and the characters is all there is, really. So in the video game there's also the gameplay, which is always the most important part, even if you play, let's say, a story-heavy game, in my opinion, but that yours might differ. In any case, I would recommend this game, so check it out, unless you watch this entire Let's Play and then can't be bothered to play the game yourself. Whatever. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Take care and goodbye. But yeah, one interesting remark here is that, as you can see in the credits there, not only does the conspiracy look like the Ku Klux Klan, it's also called the Klan in the game, and some of the voice actors are also named KKK-1, which I think is quite telling. Then again, this is not an American game, so this is actually the only game where I can remember something that being in the game, but never mind. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Adam West voiced General Carrington? Really? What the hell?